Live from the Carl Chevrolet Studios in West Des Moines, this is Iowa Live.
Welcome back to the program, everyone. Well, November is National Family Caregivers Month, and that's the reason we have Laura Livingston here from the Alzheimer's Association to talk about how we should really think about honoring those family caregivers. Welcome back.
Thank you for having me. Yes.
So talk about November and what this means for caregivers, and also something else that we want to make sure we draw attention to.
Yes, so it's National Family Caregivers Month, and it's also National Alzheimer's Disease Awareness Month. So it's a great combination, a great time to honor those dementia caregivers, all caregivers, but especially the ones with a loved one living with dementia. It's just so challenging.
Yeah, and why is it so important that we make sure that we recognize these people?
So they can use really all the help that they can get. If you know a caregiver in your life, if it's a friend, a neighbor, a family member, just reach out to them, see how they're doing, offer them help, maybe to stay with their loved one for a little bit so they can take care of themselves too.
Yeah, and this caregiver, it doesn't necessarily mean someone that is is hired to come in and do something. This could be a spouse that maybe the other spouse is starting to experience some of the signs.
Yeah, that's oftentimes what it is. Family caregivers, there's just so many of them out there, and oftentimes they have to cut back on the work that they're doing. Some of them even have to quit to stay home with their family member. So it's a big sacrifice.
So how many people are we talking here?
So in Iowa, there's 73,000 family caregivers, and then nationwide there's 11 million. So a huge number of people are impacted.
Wow. So we talked about some of the things, some of the time commitments that are responsible here for putting that additional stress on the family caregivers. What other stresses are involved here?
So oftentimes, they are putting so much time into caring for their loved one. They don't have enough time to care for themselves physically, mentally. They maybe don't have time to go to the doctor to get their annual checkup. Their mental health often suffers because they're at home alone a lot of the time with their loved one.
And that's really important too. I'm glad you mentioned that, because you're talking about the mental health of the caregiver, and that is an aspect that you really need to take care of and keep on top of.
Yes, 100%. Dementia caregivers in particular do report feeling more depressed and having depression more often than other caregivers. So it does take a toll, so it's important to take time for yourself, and that's why we encourage people to reach out to the people that they know are caregivers, to give them that time for themselves, to take care of themselves.
Yeah, even if it's an afternoon, to let somebody go and just go shopping or go for a walk, or do something that's a little bit different. But for those people that are caregivers that are watching right now, we have some important information for you right now, because there are resources that are available, and Alzheimer's Association has those.
Yes, we do. So locally we have many support groups all across the state, right here in Des Moines, support groups for caregivers to meet with other caregivers who know exactly what they're going through. They can share advice and get those things off their chest, and also education programs to help caregivers understand how to deal with some of the difficult behaviors that their loved one might show as the disease progresses. So you can visit our website at alz.org/Iowa. We have a program events calendar with all the list of all those programs available, and there's a wealth of information on the website as well.
One of those things that people can reach out to, what's one of the more beneficial ones that comes top of mind to you?
So we do have a 24/7 helpline, and I'd say that's a really good place to start. 1-800-272-3900. It's right at the top of the website if you go there. Call for any support you need. If you have a question, if you just need to talk through something that has happened, we have trained clinicians and specialists who are on the other end of the line to help you with whatever you need.
How busy does that line get, especially as we get closer to the holidays?
Yeah, the holidays is really, the number of calls starts to pick up dramatically. So, but we always have someone available there.
Yes, and 24/7. You mentioned that already. Just want to stress that. So it's not a 9 to 5 type thing. So if you're having an issue, you have something you need to talk to somebody about, that would be the way to go.
Yes, 100%. Anytime, every holiday, open on holidays too. So whenever you need it.
So really, if you need some please reach out and give them a call. What's the number again? One more time.
1-800-272-3900.
All right, and the website for the Alzheimer's Association Association here in Iowa is very simple to figure out.
Yep, alz.org/Iowa.
Yeah, well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Especially as everybody is noticing that maybe their parents or their loved ones are starting to get older and you're seeing some of the signs of Alzheimer's creep into your family, there is some help available.
Yes, that's right.
Thank you again so much for
you.
being here. And thank you for spending a little bit of your time with us today. Get out and enjoy what we have for weather before it takes a nosedive, temperature-wise, and we will be back tomorrow for another edition of Iowa Live. Have a great day, everybody.